Okay. All right. Welcome everyone to our Health Hack Thursday. I'm Melissa Patterson, a maternal health practitioner, certified hypnotherapist, holistic wellness advocate, and a first-time author of the upcoming book, Decoding Baby Blues and Postpartum Struggles. My passion is in guiding mothers to reprogram their mindset for an easier pregnancy and a smoother transition into motherhood while boosting their nutrition to support both their body and their growing babies. Today, I'm thrilled to join by two incredible women. First, we have Meghan, a business owner, herbalist, holistic health practitioner, and she's an aroma therapist. Meghan is a true expert in superfoods and herbs, and she runs a successful herbal store that serves the Oriskany, or I can't even say it, New York community.
You got it.
Our guest speaker today is the amazing Bethany, the only registered nurse in the Denver area specializing as a colon hydrotherapist. Bethany is the owner of Natural Health and Wellness, where she provides individuals with powerful ways to detoxify their mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual bodies to elevate their frequencies to the highest potential. She uses a variety of healing modalities, including ionic foot baths, infrared saunas, flower Reiki energy healing, organic superfood nutrition, and transformational spiritual life and relationship coaching. Bethany is truly passionate about healing and guiding souls on their journeys to self-love and a joyful, healthy life. Before embracing my calling as a maternal health practitioner, I worked as a registered diagnostic sonographer, helping doctors diagnose pathologies. While I loved serving others in that role, I knew that once I became a mom, my focus had to shift. I left that career behind to dive deeper into holistic healing, where I could guide other moms on their journeys to healing and self-love. Like Bethany, who transitioned from traditional nursing to holistic healing, we both found a more balanced and fulfilling way to continue serving and healing others. So today we want to dive deep into this journey of transitioning from conventional healthcare roles to embracing holistic practices. Meghan, Bethany, and I have each found ourselves drawn to this path for different reasons, but with a common goal to empower others, especially those who are suffering, to live a healthier and more fulfilling lives. So Bethany, I'd like for you to start by sharing your experience as a registered nurse and what led you to become a colon hydrotherapist and a holistic practitioner. What is it about your journey that made you feel compelled to step away from the traditional nursing and move into holistic space? And Meghan, as someone who has built a thriving business around herbs and superfoods, how did you find your way into this field? What inspired you to focus on holistic healing? And how have you seen the impact of the lives of those who you serve? So I'm going to go ahead and not step in, but I'm going to let Bethany step in and share her expertise.
Thank you so much, Melissa. What an honor to be here with you. And I am just so grateful that I have this opportunity to speak to all of those who are listening, and really just hopefully you can feel our hearts in our passion for what we do and the joy that we found in moving into the realm of alternative wellness. It is such a blessing. I was working as a private duty pediatric RN for many years, and I actually really loved my job. It was so perfect for me. I had been a stay-at-home mom before I went back to school and became a registered nurse, and I absolutely loved my job. And actually, during the years that I spent with as a primary nurse for my little patient, I experienced my spiritual awakening. I had a near-death experience where I actually experienced the other side, and I came back into this life with just most gratitude for this life, knowing that I had chosen to stay and that I had a mission to fulfill. I didn't know exactly what that mission was yet, but it was clear to me that there was something more that was coming. And as our souls and our lives begin to shift and we start to feel the just the call to reach more people, and I wasn't sure what that was going to be, and I started to put out there to the universe and started asking, okay, what can I do with my nursing license that wouldn't necessarily involve those 12-hour shifts? It wouldn't involve being away from my children so much, and maybe leverage the trust that is held in the nursing profession. And so I like to say that colon hydrotherapy found me. I wasn't looking to become a colon hydrotherapist, but I was made aware of this beautiful center and a woman that had actually had her life saved through colon hydrotherapy after she had had a terrible car accident and her bowels completely shut down. And this modality saved her from having to have the surgeries and all of the path that she didn't want to go. And so she actually established this center so that she could help others. But she was selling her center. She was ready to retire. And I came here and I sat down with her, spoke to her for only an hour before I knew that this was my next step. And so about 4 months later, and I was able to leverage that trust with the bank, who they told me in the SBA loan process, they said, we really love the fact that you're a nurse and we trust that you're going to make this work. And so they 4 months later, I was signing the paperwork and I began this journey. I hadn't even had a colonic before I met her, but I started to understand the impact that these natural modalities can have with people. And it was so just profound. I could not even believe the results that I was getting. And I was seeing people after they had been at the emergency rooms and they were sent home and they were just like put on Miralax for days and just miserable. And in just a few sessions, I was able to help them to restore to more normalcy. And I started developing protocols. And I was also looking for more ways to help my clients because I could help them here as they were coming in for their sessions. However, there was something missing. And so that was another call that I was putting out. And I was actually working a lot of hours and not really taking great care of myself nutritionally. And so I was actually calling out for help with my own health as well, because I was losing muscle mass and just really kind of like grabbing anything that I could. And it started to remind me of when I was working the nursing hours in the hospital and only having 30 minutes for lunch and just, not having had packed a good healthy lunch and just grabbing whatever's in the break room. And that I was bringing in, calling in delivery food all the time. And so when I was introduced to the superfoods, that just changed my life. And I knew that I had to bring it into my clients. And so since then, I've helped hundreds of people with their nutrition and helping them to step into a lifestyle, sustainable lifestyle that is on a daily basis, detoxing and nourishing their bodies. And so really, it's just been a beautiful journey that I recognize each step of my journey. And this is so true. I feel that it's so true that it everything that we've been through has prepared us for where we are now. And all of the lessons that we've learned in the past and even the hard times, if we can just come into acceptance and allowance, even for the times when maybe we made some decisions that the egoic structure wants to say, I wish I hadn't done that. However, we can just trust that if we can learn the lessons from those events, from those decisions, that's the purpose of our journey, is to learn the lessons and to become and to mature and to expand and grow.
Wow, I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. You know, you're right. I was just talking to somebody about that. You know, a mom who goes, we go through these trauma, unfortunately, and I myself been through that, and why I left my career in the medical field, because like you, I was called to do something more better, something bigger, not better, but something bigger. And I loved my job as a cardiac sonographer. I mean, I truly enjoyed it. I loved waking up in the morning, although the hours could be long, but I really enjoyed the people I was working with and just my patients. They're just the most loving people in the world. And, you know, but it felt like it wasn't fulfilling enough. And I was called to a higher purpose. And then I experienced the darkest moments of my life, coming from a high risk pregnancy. And just, you know, my marriage was failing at the time and I didn't know what to do. And I prayed, you know, I prayed hard. I prayed for everything. And I wanted to stop suffering. I wanted to stop having these symptoms that I wasn't familiar with, but I couldn't do it on my own. And the deeper I got into holistic healing, the better my healing process became. And as I learned holistic healing, I healed myself as I went on. And I, you know, that's my passion, is to do the same for others. So you know, you know, you have, like, I could say you're a jack of all trades, because you don't just have one modality that you focus on. And this is one thing that I really want to, like, talk about, because we have, and I truly believe, like, not one thing is end all. I believe in trying every different modalities, because then you will truly, truly experience that optimal health. Can you kind of go over that?
Oh yes, I often speak of this as a puzzle, and we're
Mhm,
just bringing in all the pieces of the puzzle. If the colon hydrotherapy is wonderful, but if you're not changing the way we eat after you leave, you're going to end up at my door again. And actually, it's a modality of maintenance as well. I tell people, find a maintenance schedule for your health, and maybe you incorporate a colonic once a month. It's a cleanse. The cleansing is such an important part, the detoxing. And I have many clients that have, they've been seeking the natural path, and they've been to naturopaths, they've been to the holistic doctors, and they come away with a basket full of supplements, and they're taking handfuls of supplements, and that's not getting them quite where they want to be. And so they're missing the nutrient saturation piece of it. And
mhm,
so really this combination of detoxing and the nutrition, those are two pieces of the puzzle that are often missing, as is the spiritual, or what you would say mindful practices. And Nalissa and I, we talk about how we can get really woo woo, but I love the science as well, and just
yeah.
talking about the energy and the frequencies, and how all of our bodies are basically, we're receivers and we're transmitters, and we're walking through the world, and just based on our emotional state,
Mhm,
we are broadcasting a frequency into the world. And so if we have these looping thoughts, if we have a lot of thoughts that are generating these frequencies or emotions, and I sometimes I'll talk to my clients about, if I can hook some electrodes up to your scalp, and I can read your brainwave pattern on a screen, and we can change that based on what you're thinking, then that tells me that the thoughts that you have in this beautiful brain of yours, they don't just stay inside, they're affecting the room. And if you've ever walked into a room where two people have been fighting and you can feel that energy, that's what basically you're being bathed in that energy. And then we have an opportunity to either entrain, be pulled into that energy, or if we have the consciousness of love and gratitude, perhaps we can be the one that walk into the room and bring the frequency of the room up into that love and gratitude. And so that's a very important piece of the puzzle, as is feeling the emotions, because I find that so many people, when they're stuffing those emotions down and they
Mhm.
haven't been able to feel all of those emotions, they get trapped in the gut. And I have sometimes I'm doing like a full blown Reiki clearing session while somebody's on the colonic table because they haven't been able to feel those emotions. And so it's all the pieces of the puzzles really need to be there, and it's a beautiful journey to find those pieces that work for you. And sometimes though, sometimes something that works, that used to work, doesn't work now, but there are some really core foundational pieces that have to be there in order for our bodies to be at the highest frequency possible, so that we can really be in the highest state of health. So that's an important piece, is if there's a part of your body is hurting, not working the way you want it to, it's very natural for us to feel fear around that, to maybe just project a lot of resistance or even hate, like, I hate this part of my body, it's not working right. And I really encourage people, bathe that part of your body in love. Just imagine light and love and envision it the way that you want it to be functioning, and then welcome in all of the beautiful plant medicine of the earth, which is the nutrition piece of it. And that's where we all met, is through this beautiful new way that we have found to sustainably fuel and detox our bodies every day.
Yeah, you're right. It's the alignment of your spiritual being, your mind, and your body. As you and I, we understood the physical body being in the medical field, that we are really trained in understanding how the body works. But if you don't align that with your mind, your emotions will take over. And when you have that emotional turmoil, it will start coming into your physical body. You'll have physical ailments and you'll have those symptoms of earache. Your eyes could have some issues with it, pain in your shoulders, headaches, bloatiness. I mean, the list can go on and on. When you have eczema, rashes on your arms, that's an emotional response. And again, everything has to align and balance. And if you're only focusing on one thing, you're still going to have that void and that feeling of like something is missing. So when you start aligning your spiritual, your mind, and your body, you will feel that awakening, as you said. You will feel alive, and it's truly something that I finally experienced that. I haven't experienced it in a long time, but when I was going through that dark phase in my life and really trying to heal myself, my spiritual, and I knew it, was disconnected, including my emotions with my own physical body. They were all disconnected and just scattered everywhere, and I couldn't bring them back together. And once I was able to fuel, which was the missing link in my personal life, was the nutrition. And again, why we all got together is through this superfood. And the superfood in itself, it's a regeneratively grown superfoods. And we say regenerative because it does. It regenerates your entire body, the cells, the organs, everything. And then it also brings in that emotional aspect of it. And then once you start having that living, then spiritually you'll start connecting like deeper into yourself. So I thank you for sharing that. And I want to have Megan, she's finally, coming with us. And so I would like for you to share your experience as a hairdresser and how this truly like going into this holistic practice really enhanced your life. And then I really want to go over like being a brand partner with Purium and how it has really integrating it into our practice, how it's really enhanced and helped everybody, including ourselves. So, Megan, I'm going to let you speak your truth and share your experience.
Yes, thank you. So I got into natural health after I was a hairdresser. So if we rewind 6 years ago, I was doing hair full time. I owned a huge salon. It was beautiful, 2,200 square feet, all the works. I had beautiful girls that surrounded me and that I worked with, and it was the best time of my life. But I was running. Like I would wake up at 7 in the morning, get the kids off to school, jump in the car, get my morning coffee, 40 ounce, and go to the salon. And I would drink that coffee till like noon and have another coffee. And then, we would all discuss where we wanted to order lunch from. We'd order lunch. You'd get like 5 minutes in the back room in between clients to like just shovel this in and then right back out onto the salon floor. So like I really did not understand the importance of making sure that I know we all know like we should eat 3 square meals a day and we should eat vegetables and fruits. But I didn't realize that the impact that having this lifestyle of fast food and on the go, I didn't realize how detrimental it was to my health. And so the building that my salon was in had mold in it, and my house ended up springing a small leak. And so I was getting hit with mold all day at work, and I would be at work from 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning until 8, 9 o'clock at night with five small children, five younger-ish children. So it was like go, go, go. If I wasn't at the salon, we were running to sporting events. We were doing all the things. And it just ended up taking a real toll on my body. And the fact that I was getting all this environmental stuff coming in as well. I started having chronic pain. Like I had an arthritis diagnosis. In the morning, my hands would be stuck like this. And for a hairdresser, like the amount of pain because you're using those. And so my wife would have to like squeeze my hands every morning and get them like unstuck for me. Um, I was in chronic pain at the worst of it. I had the joint pain. I used to say that it felt like there was a boulder on each one of my joints, and my skin hurt to touch. Touch is my love language. So like it hurt to even be touched. I lost my peripheral vision. I had bruising all over my body. I had Raynaud's spots. I was a disaster. I had gastroparesis where your gut just doesn't even move and you start like burping up sulfur and it stinks. And it took me days to realize that the stink was coming from me because I was so backed up. And that landed me in the hospital. Like it was just one thing after another after another. And all of it at the base of it was my nutrition and my self-care. I had zero time for self-care, so I thought. I had zero time to make healthy meals, so I thought. So like, it all came to a screeching halt. And then for 3 months, I ended up selling my salon. And for 3 months that I had worth of pay from selling my salon, I just focused completely on healing and changing my diet and putting in all these things that would help support my body. And within those 3 months, my chronic headache went away. It used to feel like there was just this band around my head all the time. I was able to think better. And so I really realized that like, oh, I can do this. I got off 7 medications. Um, and then my friend sent me Purium about 4 years after going through all this. So I was really on a good journey and feeling better than I've ever felt. And I'll say that like better than I ever felt because it was the best that I've ever felt. I didn't think it could get better. So like when I was told about this company, I was like, there's no way I could feel better than I do now. Like it's not possible. And then all of a sudden I'm drinking 2 shakes a day because she just sent me them for me to try. I sent her some herbal remedies for her children and she was like, thank you. And that's what she gifted me. And I incorporated 2 a day and the things that I thought were stuck fell away. The ADHD, the oh my gosh, I was such an inability to focus. Like I would be reading a book and reread and reread. And I used to love reading, but I just don't have the attention span. That has completely fallen away. I'm sleeping through the night. As a holistic health practitioner, I know what my bowel movements should look like. And they were never like, I was always like, there's still something going on. And then within like a week of starting my ultimate lifestyle transformation, I just had, I mean, picture perfect. They could have been on the front of a magazine, I will tell you. But so that's my healing journey. And I'm so blessed to have the space to offer holistic health consults. And the biggest thing that I notice with my customers is that it's really hard for them to find time to incorporate or to, I don't like to stop and eat a full nutritious meal. And so when they jump on a cleanse with me, and I'm so excited because September 17th, we are starting a giant group cleanse. If you girls want to join with anybody, I would love that. But I'm going to start a big group cleanse on the anniversary, my 1 year anniversary of starting my first cleanse. So I'm so excited to do that with a group of people. And the only thing that stinks about having this in my practice is that I don't get to see clients as often. My clients who don't jump on this, I am seeing weekly or biweekly consistently. And it takes a little bit more to work through everything. But my clients that jump on this, we will have probably a month of meetings and then like I don't see them anymore. I'm like texting them to check in, like, hi, how are you? Like, do you need anything? Oh no, I'm feeling great. Like, I'll let you know. It's so amazing that just getting the, the prebiotic and probiotic in there, getting that nutrition, like having the ingredients we have that help the body absorb that nutrition helps me to help people empower themselves. And that's the worst thing when you get caught up in a chronic illness. You feel powerless. Like the doctor has given you a death sentence. Like this is like, it is what it is. And it feels so much more empowering to say, okay, it doesn't have to be like this. And I can do what I can do to support my body during this time. And so it's such an empowering experience. And I love that I get to hold people's hands through it and guide them. So.
I love that. Thank you so much. I'm gonna ask you a little, can you go a little bit deeper on your group cleanse and what do you have like a protocol that you're going to be following? Is it going to be virtual?
Yeah,
Because
so it's a
there might be people
virtual.
who's interested.
Yes. So we're going to meet virtually. I will open a group. I'm going to call the group Chronically Healthy because like I just am so sick of people feeling chronically ill. So we're going to be chronically healthy and we're going to incorporate the ultimate lifestyle transformation, which is going to be 2 shakes a day, your pre and your probiotic in the morning at night, your apothecary at night. That's going to help you sleep. Super aminos, which are going to help tighten that skin and brain function. Oh my gosh, you're going to love it. And we're going to 10 days in after we're done flushing the body with all this nutrition and cleaning those pathways, we're going to start a parasite cleanse all together. And so it is virtual. We will have a group. I'm hoping to hold weekly Zoom meetings so that everyone can jump on. And if anyone has questions, and then for my clients who decide to jump on, I will offer one-on-one sessions bi-weekly for them at no additional cost so that we can dive a little deeper. But that's how we're doing it.
That is so beautiful, Megan. You guys are, both of you, everybody in this community of the PRM community, so generous. Everyone's so generous. And I mean, I'm getting chills and I'm about to cry because, this community is more than I ever prayed for. So thank you for your generosity and your love and your welcoming. And what a beautiful gift. Superfoods. I was also gifted with superfoods from our amazing mentor, friend, Earth Angel, Kimberly. And you were gifted with that superfood. And without it, I think that we would still be walking around aimlessly wondering what's missing. And I'm just, thankful. And if I had all the money in the world, I would be gifting everybody this superfood because it is, if if you're not into nutrition or you don't care about it, at least give somebody this superfood because it is life changing. It truly is. And, you know, not going further into it, I just think that, don't buy somebody anything like going to the mall and shopping for some cream or Victoria's Secret lotion. I used to love those things back in the days, and I realized that the fumes or whatever chemicals was causing a lot of issues in my skin. And so, don't waste your money and stuff like that. Gift them superfoods. I mean, seriously, it will be the best gift you could ever give somebody. And that's coming from my personal experience and hearing, Megan in her personal experience. And now, we're all incorporating these superfoods into our practice to really enhance our clients, patients' lives. It is the optimal health. I mean, I know everyone's heard nutrition being the optimal health, but you cannot find the most pure and premium superfoods on the market because this is truly just food. There's no fillers, there's no binders, there's just no added, preservatives, nothing. So, again, if you really truly want to give somebody the most amazing gift in the world, give them superfoods. So I want to just go over a little bit about, since we don't have a lot of time left, I want to go over about being a brand partner and why we chose to be a brand partner. I mean, obviously, the superfoods like magical and the integrity of the company in itself and how they truly nurture the soil, the plants, and just the packaging on itself. And not only are they nurturing that, but they're also continually nurturing the consumers. I mean, how many businesses out there now that are in the food industry think about the consumers? I feel like we've been forgotten. We're the one who buys these food, and I feel like we've been forgotten, and that they don't care how it comes to us. They don't care how it goes through us. And, you know, the integrity of Dave and Amy knowing that this is going to be consumed by people, by children, by parents, grandparents. I mean, they think about their own family. They want to give everybody that optimal nutritional value that we all desperately need. So let's go over just becoming a brand partner. And we were talking about network marketing, and I love how you explained that. So, Bethany, if you want to take it over, and then we'll have Megan put her input in it.
Yes, and so I love to talk about how network marketing is the best kept secret for especially for women, because women are we have so much potential. And I read a statistic that over 80% of the people that make six figures or more in network marketing are women, and it's because it's a community driven business. And I know there's so many people out there that have tried different network marketing companies and it just didn't work for them. And it's really, if you think about why didn't it work for you, it's mostly because it wasn't the right product. It wasn't a consumable product or something that somebody wants to have every month. And maybe they buy it once and then it's many, many months or even a year later before they buy it again. And maybe they didn't have the right community support, and they didn't understand the true nature of network marketing, which is this is your business and you have it's just almost like buying a franchise, but you're getting the franchise for the price of the food that you're feeding yourself in this case. And so it's really brilliant. And so many people have been what you might say jaded or feeling burned by network marketing. But when all of the boxes are checked for what is required for someone to be incredibly successful, and then they have the passion and the commitment to put into it the effort that is required to grow any business, then one can be truly successful. And that's what we've found in this Purium community. And Melissa was getting teary-eyed because we have all experienced just immeasurable support within this community. And I have purchased products through traditional companies, the corporate structure companies, and I put them on my shelves and hoped that they would sell before they expired. And I've had things go bad on my shelf. And then once uh, if I ever leave this company, if I ever sell my business, all of that stops. But what I'm building here with the product line, I don't care whether it's network marketing or not. I'm going to really research it and make sure that it's something that I believe in and that it's going to benefit my clients if I'm going to put my nursing license behind it. And so truly it was a no-brainer for me to come on board with the brand partnership with Purium and just start giving this in any way I can. And so if I don't know the answers, I have an entire community. I don't have to know it all. And I have people like Megan and Melissa and Yara Donkert and Kimberly and just tens and tens of other people. This is a beautiful, beautiful way to boost the business that I have here at my practice. So I would love to speak to anybody about it because there's so many benefits.
Did you want to
Yeah.
go ahead?
Yeah, I know. I completely agree with the benefits. I have done other MLM companies in the past prior when I was doing hair. And I have never had any real success with them. The education wasn't there. The support wasn't there. The community support wasn't there. And I'll tell you, I was really hesitant on using a network marketing company within my practice. Um, but then I realized that this company it's almost like, okay, so my clients have no problem going to Walmart and paying for organic foods that we don't know if they were grown in regenerative soil because there's no regenerative seal yet that anybody's working on. So like they'll go and it's okay for, Walmart to get that money or Vitamin Shop to get that money. And those products aren't like, you don't know where they came from. You don't even know what country. If you pick up a bell pepper, you don't even know what country it came from. It was picked 2 weeks before it was ready so that it can ripen on the way here. And you'll notice you'll still see green bananas that are green in the grocery store. Those were picked weeks ago and wherever they were grown, and then shipped. And then they're still green when they get there. And so we're losing nutrients there. We're losing nutrients in the shipping process. Like we're losing all this nutrition where we don't have to. We have this company that is dehydrating within hours of picking, that's and allowing this food to grow till peak ripeness, and the way that it's cared for. And one of our friends says, like, if I found Kimberly says if I found another company, that's what I would be sharing. Like if I found another company that had these standards, I would choose that one. The thing that's amazing for me is that I still get to put time and energy into my clients, more time and energy into my clients without having to hit their pocket again. So I don't double dip with my clients when they're jumping on a ultimate lifestyle transformation. Like they're also paying me. The company is paying me to work with you one-on-one. And so like that's off of your hands. And it's interesting to me how my mind has shifted on that as I've seen like the goodness that this has brought to people's lives, and the fact that I have clients who sit with me because I am affordable that say like, I cannot afford to do this. And then we can work on a plan to figure out how to get their products paid for. Like, where else can you do that? You can't. And there's such success within this company because of the community and because of the people you're surrounding yourself with. And so I've been able to support my family a lot more and step away from doing hair. I was still holding on to doing hair because that was a huge source of my income, but this This has allowed me to step back and to not take any additional time away from my family. Matter of fact, I have more time because I'm not having to see clients every week to go over something new that's going on that won't work itself out because they can't figure out how to get the nutrition in them. Like it's just been an amazing experience to see people thrive on this. So with that, that's my take on network marketing. I'm so glad and blessed that it is an option and that we can share it with everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to touch on supplements. Many clients that I speak to, they literally have a box full of supplements, and these supplements are not cheap. They're in the 50s or over per supplement, and vitamins and multivitamins. I mean, I don't know what happened to her, but I don't know how many vitamins. Huh?
She had to jump on a call.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I don't know how many vitamins a person really needs. You have multivitamins here, and then you have vitamin B here, and you have this vitamin. It's like you don't need all that. And then when they come and talk to me, they're like, oh, Purium is so expensive. Honestly, if you're getting all the vitamins that you need, your skincare, your hair care, your health care, I mean, you get your minerals, you get your aminos, and you get to detoxify with a parasite cleanse and toxins out of your body. I mean, all in all, I feel like that should cost far more than what it does. I mean, less than $400 a month to really have everything that you need. I haven't needed any skincare. I haven't needed lotion or face cleansing and cream and all that stuff. My self-care used to be, waking up in the morning and putting all this stuff, and it was always natural. But, I feel like I've saved so much more money in just replenishing my body with the right nutrients. And then going over, I was also in a health and wellness company where the product was good. I don't, I guess it was used to be good, and I feel like the ingredients changed or something where it just wasn't as good as I experienced it the first time, but the support wasn't there. The education wasn't there, and that's why I decided to not share it, because they were just not the kind of people I wanted to surround myself with. And you know our community is just truly, I feel like, the best community you can really be a part of, and to enhance your self-love, your self-respect, and like connecting, like really truly authentically connect with people. And every time we all speak to each other, you could just feel that love, that radiating love for one another, and wanting to constantly watch each other thrive. Is you just cannot get that anywhere else. Honestly, I've tried for many years. I've jumped on so many different entrepreneur group community, and I just felt alone. I felt like unwelcomed. I felt like I just didn't fit in. And the first day I met you guys, it was just like, hi. And I'm like, wait,
You're
what?
here. You've been here. It's amazing,
It
isn't
is.
it?
It's so amazing. So, even though this is called network marketing, that's not what we do. We are specialists. We have expertise. We have, titles behind our name, and
I
we
do, and
use
this
it.
is no different really than any other company that I purchase product for my store and put
Well,
in my store to sell. Like that's really
exactly.
not different. Um,
No.
yeah. And
I
then
mean, even
you said
doctors.
about, yeah, we're talking about supplementing, and I do work with supplements. Like sometimes our bodies need a little bit more support. I don't like that they're synthetic. I don't like I like the least ingredients, but sometimes we need a little extra. There's a time and a place for everything. But my clients that jump on the ultimate lifestyle transformation aren't spending 200-300 a month in supplements and then having to add 3 meals into that. Where my clients who jump on the ultimate lifestyle transformation, they don't have to take all these supplements. So they're saving there. They don't have to worry
Mhm.
about 2 meals a day. They're saving there. And then it's just like all this other, like you said, all the other things fall away. Like I don't put anything on my skin anymore. I can't even believe it. My hair is growing more than it ever has in my life. Like, I'm like, what is this? It's the hair I always wanted. Like, it's just, yeah. So, I mean,
No, I,
a supplement is just oh my gosh, it like fills the void of bad nutrition, like of a bad diet. And so, like, if we fix the diet, then we don't need the supplements. If we're able to get it through food, then we don't need the supplements. And that's where we want to be at. We want to get what's most available to our bodies.
yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. Like a lot of people think because it's in a powder form and it's being, delivered to the door, they think it's a supplement or it's a diet. This isn't, a diet. This is just a lifestyle. And I love that, I get to share it with moms who are pregnant. They don't have to do that prenatal vitamins. I mean, I know for sure I was sick with prenatal vitamins, and I've heard many, many moms that I work with that prenatal vitamins was not for them. It would make them throw up. They couldn't take it, but they were forced to take them because it's good for them. Anything that's good for you that makes you throw up, it's not good for you.
Not
And,
that good for you.
just going back to the supplements, you have all these supplements in your cupboards, but you're still feeling like something's missing. You're still having those pains. You're still suffering. You're still having brain fog. You're still not having that energy that you need. And I was there, I was that person. I tried to buy everything I can to really replenish my body so I could just have that energy to be with my kids and, feeling guilty. I mean, we were on a call yesterday and talking about like, you know, feeling guilty because you just can't play with your children. They're begging you and you're like, oh, I can't. I'm so
So
exhausted. And I was that.
tired.
Yes, yes. And it's so sad. You and I have gone over this where you're like, I am too tired to play and I'm sorry. And that breaks my heart because you could see the sadness and the disappointment in their faces and you want to pry yourself off and you can't because your body feels like it got hit by a truck. And but yet I was healthy. I was mindful of what I ate. I ate organic. I did everything I thought I could until this because I know the superfood. It's food product. That's what it is. It's a food product turned into powder. And you get 100% of the nutritional value that you would get far more than supplements. And supplements is more like a band-aid, right? It's a booster to get you where you need to be. But if you're not consistent with how you eat and you're changing your lifestyle, that supplement, it's not going to do anything for you. And the best part about the ultimate lifestyle transformation, it's everything is already integrated for you. You don't have to think about like, what do I have to do? You just follow the protocol. You follow the steps, the process, and that's it. That's all. And you don't have to change your lifestyle, if you don't want to, if it's scary. And this food will definitely start changing your ways without you even forcing yourself or pushing yourself. You don't want to stop drinking coffee? Don't. I remember my husband, he's like, well, I like, whatever he liked. And he was like, I don't know if I can stop eating that. And I said, well, don't stop. I dare you. Don't stop. But implement these superfoods. And eventually now he's eating salads for lunch. He loves kale. He hated kale. He's like, I will never touch that. That stuff is gross. Anything green, he was just not into. And now he's like, you're going to make that kale salad. It's such a beautiful thing because I never had to force him to change his diet. I never had to force him to do anything because he started just knowing the difference in his body. And once you start knowing the difference, you know what's good for you. So if you're afraid to change your diet or your lifestyle, this isn't a diet. Just implement it into your life and you will see a huge difference. So I know that you have to go and I thank you so much. My kids just woke up, so we're going to start homeschool. And I absolutely love our talk. And I know that Bethany had to go. But again, if you guys need any help, Meghan, she just curates so many different formulas for many different ailments or symptoms, and she's the go-to. She's in the She's in New York. Again, how do you say
Oriskany.
Briskany? So if you're in that area or close to it, come say hi to her. And she's having this group cleansing thing coming up. When is it? September
September 17th. We're all gonna order on the 1st and be ready to start on the 17th. So
Woohoo! So if you guys
So
want to jump on that
excited.
as well, please contact Megan or I and Bethany, of course. And we're here to just support you. And we have so many different modalities to really help you not suffer anymore and take away that pain out of your life. So till next time, we'll all talk soon. Bye. Have a good day.